We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the Wednesday edition. It took me a second to figure out what day it was of the Stay Cashin show. I am in rough shape. I went in the shower, Evan, and I had soap all in my eye like a maniac, and it's burning like hell. I've just been doing nothing but rubbing my eye like a chainsaw. So I'm kind of legally blind. You don't seem to be having the best moment there either. There's chaos in your house, and you just sent Bill's dog scurrying upstairs in a frantic. Bill, what happened to Jenna?
She heard a lot of barking, so she started barking and ran upstairs.
Barking like crazy in Evan's house. What's going on?
He wouldn't stop.
I tried to tell her it was Evan's dog, but she didn't want to hear nothing.
What's going on? What's happening over there?
I think somebody knocked on my door, and my dog is very territorial. So anytime he hears somebody come into like my apartment complex, he goes bonkers, and he would not shut up.
Knock, knock, knocking on Evan's door.
No.
Okay, I tried. Speaking of dogs, Joey Rackets, how you doing? That wasn't the segue I planned on going, but I forgot to say hi to you first. How you doing, Joey Rackets?
It'd be a lot better if Chinese Taipei could play some defense.
Luckily, I didn't have that. I just got your first one, the Netherlands. That was a nice
Netherlands
win.
beat ass last night, dude.
I mean, that's the only one I fucking cared about.
They should have shut out. They should have shut out Cuba, but
yeah,
the umpire kind of fucked them a little bit.
We were all up until fucking
umpire,
in the morning.
The wind was insane in that game.
Oh my god, dude!
God. Balls
there was
just
like
dying.
There been like 5 or 6 home runs hit in that game.
That profile one,
199 with breasts from Colt.
The
I always
one,
like Colt's comments.
yeah, the Philly hat.
Yeah,
fun.
it's always something funny.
My boy Vladimir Valentin last night hit a fucking nuke and somehow it got blown back into the stadium.
Go out?
Profar thought he hit one too. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude got blown back into the stadium. Like, what the fuck is going on out there?
So we hit that 175, and then we had over 3.5 team total. So we hit both of those. So we won both of those games, both of those bets last night.
How did we do with the Stay Cashin bets?
We went 8-4 plus 3.94 units.
All right, and I know the subscribers. I love when the Stay Cashin bet is different than a posted bet. Like we had Florida State plus 2.5 before the game, right? And on Stay Cashin, they were late, so they were already up a little, so they got like money line minus 110. So whenever they lost by 1, they should have won. The players all got hurt. But whenever the chat wins and the Stay Cashin loses, the chat actually gets happy, Bill. They start yelling, "Fuck the freeloaders! Fuck the freeloaders!"
And I was actually the freeloader yesterday because I didn't have the points. I had the money
you
line.
didn't get it before.
Fucking cocksuckers!
So we're all cheering, and then a couple people who just signed up were like, "What the fuck?" We're like, "Oh, should have been here in the morning."
We had Knicks Nets yesterday parlay, and then the Nets killed them. Knicks blew a huge lead, but you were in chat, and you remember you got plus 650 or 550 on the other side, and we still made money. So
hedges are critical this time of year. They really are. I mean, it's like the lines are insane. If you look at this Syracuse game that just took place right now,
I got plus money on both sides.
Howie was on Syracuse plus 3.5. I was on Wake Forest money line with Pitt, and we just middled it. We just hit the middle. But each of us had gigantic hedges in. You know, like Wake was minus 3,100 at one point in that game. So you could have got Syracuse plus 1,000. And then when Syracuse was up early, Wake was plus 600. So like you literally just sit there, no matter which side you bet, we're all sitting pretty. So, I mean, and we send those out. We talk about it all day in the chat, obviously. And that's one of the things you can't get here. This hedging this time of year, especially March Madness, they call it madness for a reason. I mean, once you can see plus 500, 600, 700, you got to just sprinkle on it, dude. Even if you're giving 10% back to the book, 5% back to the book, it's just worth it because normally this time of year, even if you're giving 10% back to the book, 1 out of 10 times, more than 1 out of 10 times, that lead will be blown. And that's really all you need.
And that one time that you don't do it, it's going to get blown.
Right. Well, really, if you think about it, if I'm giving 10% back to the book on my bets in those situations, taking plus 900, taking plus 1,000, and I'm getting plus 1,000, which you're getting all over the board right now with these teams, you literally need it to pay off for you 1 out of 11 times, right? That's it, and you're even. 1 out of 10 times, and you're actually up.
Too.
Yeah, and it's just it this time of year you have to do it. So, I mean, managing the bets is almost as important as making the right bet. Right now, I don't have a bet on this George Mason game because I'm waiting. I like George Mason in this spot. I want to take them, but I think this game's going to come down to the wire. These teams play close all the time. I want points. I don't want to lay 140. I don't want to get 2.5. I'm just going to sit this out, and we'll be here live on the show if it happens, which it should, and just be patient right now, and hopefully maybe get 3.5, 4.5, because I want to get over that number. I want to get over that 3-point game, as you just saw in Syracuse. A lot of buzzer beaters in this tournament right now. Before we get into more basketball, because I have another free bet that's starting in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, which I'll give out. But Bill Rupp, we were talking about what kind of dogs everyone is, right?
Were we?
I mean, we were yesterday and the whole pre-show, yeah. So what kind of dog do you think Evan is?
He's not a dog. I would never talk to him like that.
Okay, that's weird. No. Oh, there's the dog.
Jenna's gonna be looking now. Where is
knock, knock, knocking.
Upstairs.
Evan's dog. Wow. I think Evan. I'm watching the dog show over here, Bill. That's why I think Evan is the fluffy German Shepherd that I just saw. Dog.
Tommy is still on FS2 from the baseball game this morning.
I am. That's why I'm still there. Yeah. Well, there's some fucking nice dogs, dude. Some of these dogs are awesome.
The same
Dude,
fucking
you ever
thing.
see that little dogs that like drape to the ground and it looks like they're flat underneath and they just have no feet? I mean, these things I can't take my eyes off it. But yeah, Evan's like a fluffy German Shepherd. You know, like there's an alpha male in there. He's a man, but he's a millennial, so he's kind of fluffed up. He probably wears skinny jeans, pink shirts. You know, it's got nice abs and fucking all that. So yeah, you're a fluffy German Shepherd. Bill's a bloodhound. We decided I'm a Doberman Pinscher. I'd rather be a pit bull. And Rackets is not a dog. He is Garfield.
I'm
the cat.
Garfield.
Yeah, because he just eats and sleeps and smokes.
I like lasagna. I smoke.
I like lasagna. I like lasagna. All right, so right now in these two games going on right now, we got Richmond 8-7, Colorado State 16-14. I'm looking for live bets on Mason. If we can get another Richmond bucket here, we should be able to get them plus money. I'm looking for live bets on Mason and Colorado State, so keep your eyes on that. If you see either of those, go to plus money or plus points. And I have a bet I'll give out now before we go to the headlines and everything. At 2:30, why do I have the wrong sheet up here to put it in my sheet? At 2:30, I'm absolutely fucking obsessed with Pitt today. I know Howie's going to be too when he gets on here. I think you need to put Pitt in every parlay you have. So Pitt's minus 285. I'm using them as a parlay piece. Again, the real madness starts tomorrow. Like the Miamis and Dukes and all these teams in the ACC aren't playing till tomorrow. These are all a lot of the shittier teams that are still getting through that first round or two. But I'm using Pitt as a parlay piece with New Mexico. The lowest line I saw in this was it's actually down to 137. So Pitt money line, New Mexico money line, Evan minus 137. And we got to get this in now because it starts at 2:30. I'm also going to do, what was the other one I had? Pitt money line, Nebraska money line. This Minnesota team is ass. And I think they got the fucking unit here to make it through this. Is everything okay, Evan? He's so mad. We're going to ride Taminga in this one. Tamanaga, whatever the fuck his name is. We're going to ride Jeremy Lin in this one. So Nebraska Pitt and New Mexico Pitt. Two parlays I'll give you. Bill, did you have anything on the early college here that's going on now? Anything you're looking at?
Nope.
Nope. All right, let's get to the headlines, Evan. Dog's barking. You can't do it.
He can't even unmute.
It's
say a word.
way too loud. Talk about Lamar
Just say a
Jackson.
word. Just say like Antonio Brown.
The NFL thinks people are being racist because they won't get Lamar Jackson.
All right, get back on mute. Bill, go on.
Well, I didn't even hear what Evan just said.
I heard it. I'll recite it.
What did he say?
He said you said what you were going to say first.
I was gonna say, did you see that? Did you see the tweet I sent you?
Probably note. Probably note.
With Nick. Nick, what's his name from FS1?
Oh, the guy who looks like a cartoon character.
Yeah, Nick. What the hell's his name?
I mean, he looks a lot
Nick.
like
Nick Wright. Nick Wright.
He looks
He's a fucking douchebag.
Bro, he's a fucking jerk off. Nick, if you're watching, you're a fucking jerk off. And I'm usually very respectful. Like, I'll say who I like and who I don't. Like, I love the people on Daily Wager, most of them. I love Van Pelt. Like, I love Stanford Steve. I hate most of the fucking chicks that fucking pretend on ESPN and shit. Pretty much the whole ESPN cast is garbage outside of Orlovsky. But he's probably my least favorite person on the planet, Rackets.
I was honestly going to say he's a piece of shit, dude.
Like, he's a piece of fucking garbage.
I mean,
like, I hope he's watching or someone watching gets this to him, because that dude is a fucking nerd.
100%.
And thinks he's, like, swagged out and looks like a cartoon character. He literally looks like a character.
He looks like Tom Green. He looks like Tom Green from 2000.
He looks like a cartoon version of Tom Green. What are you doing with your hair? Stop it. Go on, Bill.
So, number one, his take on Daniel Jones was totally moronic.
Everything he says is moronic.
He's an idiot, bro.
Yes.
Daniel Jones is top 10, top 15 quarterbacks in the league. He won a playoff game against a $50 million quarterback on the road. He has no one to throw to. This is what they are paying people now. John Wall is making $46 million a year to play basketball this year, and he's garbage.
That's insane.
Daniel Jones won a playoff game.
No, he didn't. No, Bill. No. And listen, I'm not a Daniel Jones guy. Okay, I like him, but so I'm not speaking from a bias here. Bill's obviously a little more Giants heavy, but he's telling you the truth. What he's saying is true. I'm coming from a side that, Bill, I don't like the Giants, and I didn't like Daniel Jones. And I'm going to say this. What he did this year earned that money. That Giants team was supposed to have fucking 4 wins. They were nobody. And they lost all their players. And they had the receivers that they did have, the Shepherds and the Slayton, they all got hurt. They had fucking guys we'd never heard of running routes on that team. And Daniel Jones, yes, he lost to the Super Bowl champions, right? They lost to the Eagles and got smacked, like whatever, that's fine. But they went out and had a monster season, rejuvenated the fan base. I'm on a text thread with all my Giant fan friends. And I don't like the Giants. I'm a Jets fan. And they're jacked up about the Giants again because of Daniel Jones. It was literally Daniel Jones rushing for 800 yards this year, throwing for 3,500. Everyone's like, oh, he hasn't even thrown for more touchdowns than games played at any point in his career. He only threw 5 picks this year. 5.
And he
did what he needed to do to manage the game. Yeah, and he made some throws. He looked good. Bro, I commented on Ryan Clark, another fucking race baiter out there. You know Ryan Clark?
Yeah, but this guy, Nick,
fuck him too.
He had an awful take about Daniel Jones, saying he wasn't worth it, number one, which he is. You're getting Geno Smith all that money. I don't hear anybody yelling about Geno Smith. And then, Tommy, he goes like this. Not only is he that, he's transferring into a woman. He went like this. You know how women do? He went like this and moved the hair out of his eyes.
Oh, I hate that. I went like this. Like this?
With both hands.
Yeah, no.
Both hands. Like, you're a woman, dude. You're a woman.
It's so good. Everyone's a fucking woman, dude.
Your takes suck. You're shitty. If you didn't have, he must owe, he must have saved Colin Cowherd's life or something. If Colin Cowherd didn't like him on the show, you would be nothing. Yeah. You're shitty, bro. You're shit.
It's garbage. They're all garbage.
You're awful.
They're all garbage. But, I mean, the Daniel Jones thing is great. Actually, hold on. If you guys want, you can take Mason minus 104 right now. I think that's good enough.
Everybody thinks.
Wait a little bit, but you can hit that.
Everyone thinks there's money.
I'm gonna wait
next year, and Ohtani gets $500 million.
If he's gonna get more than that, I think. Like they're gonna start at 500 because that's what they're talking about for Soto, and Soto's one player. So Ohtani's technically 2, so you got to pay him as both. He's gonna get 60 a year.
I mean, listen, the thing about Daniel Jones that needs to be said, okay, is that Ryan Clark made a tweet. And so you ever have, and Bill, I know you've had this happen to you before, right? Where you comment on someone's tweet and then you just kind of don't look at Twitter for 10 hours and then you come back and your phone is just, and I'm like, oh no, what happened? What did I go viral on here? And it was, I mean, it's got like 300 likes on it or something. And it was Ryan Clark's comment. I commented on his tweet. He wrote, "We live in a world where Daniel Jones' current salary is higher than Lamar Jackson's. And even worse, people are going to try and justify it." Ryan Clark is always race baited, right? I wrote, just say what you want to say, dude. Just say it's because he's black. Just say it. You're wrong. Just say it. And then I said, explain how Deshaun Watson got $250 million guaranteed after 50 rapes, and Kyler Murray got a bag, needing a clause in his contract to play less video games. Why is no one talking about them when they compare Daniel Jones? Why is everyone comparing Daniel Jones to Lamar Jackson and other quarterbacks? Why are they not comparing him to Deshaun Watson, who's making $46 million a year, and Daniel Jones is better than Kyler Murray, who's the worst quarterback in the NFL, making $39 million? They're always like, well, he's making the same as Mahomes. That's the fucking new sports, dude. You make what the team pays you. Mahomes could have got $500 million. He could have got $500 million for 5 years, probably, instead of 10 years like he did. What did he get, 500 for 10 or something like that?
Yeah, he should be restructuring, man. Like,
right,
that's his
he's
getting like $35 million.
He's an idiot. Like, if you see the trajectory that player salaries are going on, if I'm a player right now, Rackets, in any sport, I don't want any deal longer than 3 years.
No, we were talking about it with Trevor Bauer when he was doing it a couple years ago. Like, you sign year to year. 1 year at a time. Dude, maximize your fucking profit. 1 year at a time. I will play.
You have to be willing to bet on yourself.
Yep. I don't have to lock myself up for 12 years.
The bottom line is right now, if Daniel Jones, how many years was Daniel Jones' thing, Bill?
4.
4? I guarantee you by year 4, that'll be a fucking steal. That'll be a fucking steal, $40 million.
Yeah, because Burrow's gonna be up by then. He's gonna make fucking 75.
These guys are gonna be making $75 million a year at that point. They're gonna raise the cap again and raise the cap again like they always do.
25 years old. First of all, what everyone doesn't realize is the NFL signed like an $11 billion deal, broadcasting deal with whatever it's gonna be on.
It was Amazon. Amazon.
I understand. $11 billion. That money has to go somewhere. Where it goes is to the players and the owners because they have revenue sharing. So the players' cap is going to keep going up and up, bro.
Keep raising it.
So we have to get used to this. And there's going to be players who don't deserve the money, i.e. John Wall.
Listen, and the bottom line is, dude, you can't win anything without a quarterback, right? And then we'll move off this topic. You can't win anything without a quarterback, right? You just saw what Denver just did, and I thought it was a good decision. Obviously, it blew up in their fucking face, right? They went out and got
been able to find a quarterback since
Elway took over.
Left.
Since Elway took over.
Manning left.
Yeah, and even Manning was on his last leg when he got there. Granted, he won a Super Bowl, but that was because they got that handed to him by the cabal. But but the point is, you know how hard it is to find a quarterback? I'm a fucking Jets fan, dude. You want to talk about finding a quarterback? So if the Giants think that he's their guy, right? If they think this is our guy, we see him every day. We're seeing him improve. The fumbling problems have disappeared. He's not throwing interceptions anymore. We think he's on a positive trajectory upwards. We're going to give him whatever he wants. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Why is everyone so mad? It's also New York. They got more money than anyone. So why is that so bad? I don't get it. Lamar Jackson's not getting... The Baltimore could give Lamar Jackson $50 million. They just didn't. And guess what? If Lamar Jackson goes to the open market and he gets there, then we'll see what he's worth. It's not like Lamar Jackson isn't going to get this money. He just doesn't have it right now, Rackets. He's going to get a gigantic contract, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Lamar should be ecstatic that Daniel Jones just got 40 because that probably puts him at 45.
Do we think Lamar even wants to stay in Baltimore? Like,
Lamar, I don't think
he
Lamar
wants to go, right?
I think he just wants money. I don't think he wants anything but money.
Yeah.
So he just wants the bag. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because keep in mind, they don't understand the Deshaun Watson contract outlier. Aaron Rodgers, $60 million is Aaron Rodgers. The problem with these quarterbacks, Lamar should be ecstatic, Rackets, because before, when you're looking at Lamar Jackson's contract and he goes, I want $42 million, the teams are going to go, dude, look, Mahomes is only getting 40, right? Now
Mahomes
the teams
actually,
are going to, now he's going to be able to go,
35.
now he's going to be able to go, Daniel Jones is getting 40, I want 45, 50. Daniel Jones just helped Lamar Jackson more than anyone in the NFL, and all the Lamar Jackson fans are pissed at Daniel Jones for some reason.
And we were talking about when Rodgers signed his extension last year for the 50. We're like, well, that's outrageous. Well, now I'd rather pay 50 for Rodgers than 45 for Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
I understand Rodgers at the end of his career, but what's the extra $5 million, bro? Like,
Kirk Cousins made $50 million last year.
It's insane.
Kirk Cousins.
Fucking insane.
I mean, come on. Stop it. All right, next topic.
The Jets flew to California, Malibu, to see Aaron Rodgers yesterday.
Malibu!
And then flew back home.
What happened? They flew there and then flew back home.
They flew to Malibu yesterday to go talk to Aaron Rodgers, and then flew back home after their conversation.
Really? What do you think that means?
It means we're gonna sign his ass. It is our only option. If not, we're fucked. Actually, we're not fucked because then we'll just win a Super Bowl with Mike White.
Evan. What did I tell you about talking about Mike White?
You told me to shout out Pandemonium for donating $5, saying Nick White.
Let's go! Pandemonium, Bill, go crazy. Pandemonium just gave $5. I want to see some pandemonium out of you.
Nick Wright is Captain Toucan.
Dude, that's what we're going to... Nick Wright is Captain Toucan. Yeah, he does look like... I told you, he looks like a cartoon character.
He's a weird looking. He's a weird looking.
You know what we should start doing, Evan?
What?
We should make like a fucking... like a tip board that when people get to a certain amount of money, Bill has to do something ridiculous.
I like that.
Yeah, or I'll eat something ridiculous. Like I'll eat a fucking fish head or something. We'll just let him like buy us.
Fish head?
I'll eat whatever. I mean, listen, for the right amount of money, I'll eat anything.
Ugh.
Yeah, like I'll do whatever. We'll just whore ourselves out, Bill. Just fucking whore out.
We're like,
what do you want us to do? What do we have Rackets do? We could have Rackets like not smoke for a whole show.
No, we can't do that.
Yeah, we'll keep the camera on Rackets in the corner. He can't smoke for the whole show. You know?
Fucking sweating, just
That'd
pouring.
be like fucking. It's like $200 for Tommy to eat a live fish on air, and $5 million for Rackets not to smoke for 60 minutes.
That's all it's gonna take.
Urkel's about to walk in behind Rackets.
Yeah. All right, let's get Howie Dewey in here. Howie Dewey, how you doing? We hit the middle this morning for the subscribers. You had +3.5. I had the money line right in the fucking middle.
Yeah.
But you're probably pretty pissed off because you're in the spot I'm always in with that team.
I had $50 on them to win the whole entire tournament at +10,000. You know what's fucked up?
You thought that was going to win?
Syracuse shot 60% from the three. Wake Forest shot 29% from the three. That's an interesting. If you told me that stat after again,
I would have had all my money on
Breaking news, we got another donation from Austin Barger. He says, I need a crip walk from Bill.
All right. I mean, listen, Bill, how much is a crip walk worth?
I mean, he did give $10.
All right, we'll see. Let's see if everyone keeps up the pace. Maybe if not, you could just do it for Austin.
Ooh, a little private.
Another $1.99 from Colt. Bill, touch your toes.
Private.
Bill, touch your toes.
I don't even want to. I don't like touching feet at all.
I'll touch my toe.
I don't even want to touch my own feet.
I can't get it in the camera. There we go. I'll touch my toe. How about them kicks,
Hey,
that's just to do a show.
That's
just to do a show that no one sees, like a fucking
those are
champion.
Some sweet Pittsburgh Steelers Nikes from
just a fucking
87.
I got some slippers on.
Got slippers on.
Howie Dewey.
He's got slippers on too.
Lakers slipper.
He's got shower shoes.
Yeah. I can't get the gel out of me. I was in jail for too long. I just can't get it out of me.
Fire!
We're showing our feet now.
No, we're just showing what we have on our feet.
Are those
I feel like I'm a webcam whore.
Yeah.
So Howie Dewey. Yesterday, I actually this is the worst thing about being a tout. The chat melted down like we had an apocalypse last night. I actually won 0.36 units. Okay. The problem was I lost Long Beach State, which was a key parlay piece, which obviously everyone parlayed, including myself. Everyone parlayed all this shit. And Stephen F. Austin lost in overtime. So I actually broke even fucking yesterday. But, I mean, you would have thought from the chat that the fucking world ended. And Howie Dewey, I don't think you fucking lost a game, did you?
I lost.
Did you lose a couple?
Charleston.
I know you won your first 6, and then I stopped looking because I was too busy breaking shit in my house over Long Beach.
Yeah, College Charleston won by 5 or 6, and I had a -9.5. And then I had that +440 or 460 or 490, I think, on North Dakota State. I won a unit.
Oh, yeah, no, that was a flyer anyway. Because I already had a max bet on Oral to win the championship. So I told him, I was like, use Howie's. So that served as a hedge for our 5-unit max. So really one loss, one real loss. So another 6 in one day for the Dew Show. Fucking coming in, pissing excellence, Howie Dewey. What do we like today? We get some good games starting finally. Me and you are all the way the fuck in on a game that's starting in about 5 minutes. So let's talk about the Pittsburgh game first.
I got Pitt everywhere.
Every single play I have Pitt.
Yeah. And I'll tell you got Richmond hanging in with George Mason right now, 17-17. I think George Mason pulls away second half.
I agree with you. That's why I'm just waiting on a little plus money here, seeing if I could steal like a plus 110 instead of minus 150.
Yeah.
Getting greedy, but I'm with you on that. What do you think about the other game?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Pitt should blow the shit out of.
Pitt should just piss on this team right now.
Yeah, I think right from the get-go. They have better players, better coach.
The only thing you might see Georgia Tech get off to a little hotter start because Pitt's had some time off.
Maybe.
So that's the only way Georgia Tech is going to look alive in this, in my opinion. That kind of the start here. But I think we'll be fine. Pitt's going to kill them.
Yeah, but that's these two games.
I
like George Mason and Pitt.
Rupp, what do you laughing?
Evan Potami will suck on Bill's big toe if someone donates $1,000.
I mean, you got more than $1,000 for that.
Come on.
You got to remember, we are rich.
You wouldn't do that for $1,000.
No, I wouldn't do that for $1,000.
No, I wouldn't.
Suck on Bill's toe for $1,000?
You kidding?
I wouldn't.
Maybe 1,500. No, I'm kidding.
I wouldn't
you have
watch
to
it
pay
for
me like
$1,000.
$50,000 for that.
My toe is nice, but I no.
All right, $50,000 for Tommy.
Hold on. By the way, we're live on Mason. Mason plus 1.5. Go now. Mason plus 1.5. Go now.
Yep. I like it.
What else was going on over there? Anything else? I'm just putting my bets in, so you guys talk. Howie, you can ramble for a minute.
No, you got today. I mean, today it's it's already started, but today you got some games, man. You got DePaul. I love Seton Hall tonight at the Garden.
Johnny's, you mean, or Seton Hall?
Seton Hall. I have them as that's my long shot to win the Big East tourney.
Okay.
It's my long shot.
That one.
Plus 172.
Go for like 2 minutes. I just got to get this in before this live bet.
You got Ohio State playing Wisconsin, two of the worst teams in the Big Ten. Wisconsin's plus 1.5. I would.
Who are you on there? Because I'm kind of on Ohio State.
Pitt just started. They're up 2-0.
Yeah, I got that, and I got to get the Baylor.
But Wisconsin has to win to have a chance to get in. So who knows? Neither team. I don't like neither team.
Yeah, Ohio State's been playing a little better.
I'm gonna give you a serious game to take tonight.
Let's go.
You take Huggy Bear in West Virginia minus 3.5 against Texas Tech, who just lost that weirdo coach. I don't know what the hell he was doing. He was like wiping his ass with the Bible in the showers or something weird. The guy was doing something only buddy in Texas would do.
Or Florida.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I like West Virginia tonight. I like Huggies in the tournament. He's done this for decades with Cincinnati and West Virginia. They got to win tonight. He's got decent players. I like West Virginia.
I like that West Virginia team tonight. If Stevenson can come out and fucking do his thing and stay hot, I think they'll be fine and they should win that game too. I do love Nebraska parlayed with Pitt. I was talking about earlier, Dewey. I just like this little Linsanity kid, Tamagotchi or whatever the fuck his name is, Tamanaga, whoever the fuck. Yeah, that kid's a fucking assassin, man. So, when I see a kid like that, Howie, and I know you look for this too, I just see that kid as a kid who just like all of a sudden 3 days later, we're here on Friday on Stay Cashin, like, how's Nebraska still here? And fucking Tamagotchi's out here fucking, and I know it's not his name. He's out here dropping 90 in 3 days.
He's keeping on the tradition. The kid shoots from 35 feet away. It's like bombs away. It's like his great-grandfather at Pearl Harbor. He doesn't give a shit. He just fire from deep, man. Just bombing. He's an absolute kamikaze bomber.
Bill's just shaking his head.
He does. And you see
like his grandfather.
The kid pulls up from 33, 35.
Pulls up from Pearl Harbor?
Yeah. He just fires
pulled up from the Pacific.
Birthday.
Tamanaga from Pearl Harbor for 3. Good.
Dude, he's solid. That kid
dropping bombs like Hiroshima.
He does.
So I'll give you a couple other guys. I like Utah. This Utah team is healthy now. A lot of people don't know that. The Utah futures were insane. Let me go here. pull up the draft guide in a minute. But
God, that conference.
What's up?
That conference. I mean, it's so weird. That conference, you got three teams that you can actually look at to win, and the rest of that conference couldn't beat a lot of teams, man. I mean,
right.
You got
USC, it's wide open, dude.
USC, Arizona, UCLA, and then the rest of them are shit.
The Pac-12 starts today, so let's break it down a little bit first. So my official bets on this, I have Utah. Utah was plus 6,000 on FanDuel. I mean, this was a day and a half ago when I wrote the guide. 6,000. And there were 2,800 and 3,000 on every other site. So FanDuel had them plus 6,000. Part of me thinks it's because they don't realize that they're getting a lot of guys back right now. I think this Utah team is going to be a problem. And right now, they're minus 110 against Stanford tonight. So I really like that. Evan, throw down there. Utah minus 110.
I got 105.
For Stanford. What's up? 105? 105. Even better. I still think UCLA takes this conference, Howie. Yeah. But Washington State plus 2,200. You can't pass that up. I mean, this is a team that I absolutely love. We've been betting them a ton the last month. They've covered for us almost every time. I love their spot in the bracket, Howie. They're going to start off with Cal, who's terrible. Cal's a horror show. Oregon's a 4 seed. Like you said, there's 3 good teams, and then everyone else sucks. Oregon sucks. Fuck is Oregon going to do?
They're bad.
Oregon sucks. Like, Washington State should be favored over Oregon.
Yeah.
And so therefore, I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking plus 2,200. I'm going to get Washington State today where they're minus fucking 3,000 or whatever. I should get them past Oregon. That puts them in the semis right now. So at 2,200, if I see a clean walk to the semis, now we're going to have Washington, Colorado. Whoever plays that plays UCLA. Really what I need to do with Wazoo is I need to get to that UCLA game and probably get a lead early. And then I could hedge easy, right? If I could just get a little lead of fucking 10. And UCLA, Howie, this is the thing. Bill, we talked about it. They are the slowest starting team in America. UCLA doesn't start playing till halfway through the first half, right, Bill?
Yeah.
Every game. So the way I'm looking at this kind of foresight, I get Washington to the semis with UCLA plus 2,200. I get them out 15-8. Like every team gets on UCLA. I'm going to get UCLA plus money on a huge hedge, and I'm free rolling basically. So that's my logic on that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, UCLA should win. I mean, they're the highest favorite team of any tournament in the country. What are they, plus 110, 120?
They're pretty much almost even money. Yeah, you got Houston minus 300. But that's a smaller field. But yeah. I mean, they're literally even money, which is shocking. I mean, especially with Arizona and USC there. I was surprised that line was so low.
Yep. Yeah.
I like that USC team a little bit too. I think they could make some more. As Howie Dewey says, they got some athletes.
Yeah, that's a good team. They could beat anyone.
Can Boston College plus 11.5 upset UNC today?
Not without their big guy, and he's not coming back. With the big guy, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they're going to get beat tonight. They don't have any down low presence, nothing.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to get toasted. What about Villanova, Georgetown?
I'm going to throw out another wild one and take Georgetown to win that game plus 450.
I like Villanova to not go far. Villanova seems to be like this sharp analytics darling right now since they got their guys back. But no, I'm a Villanova fan. I'm a Villanova alum. No, they're going to miss Jay Wright heavily in this tournament. And I don't know if they lose today, but I like the balls, Howie.
I've seen Georgetown play a bunch this year. They're not good. They're terrible.
Yeah.
But I've seen them play 10, 15-minute stretches where they're playing with anybody. You know, they got guys that can rebound. They'll toss in, bank in a 3 every now and then. And I can see at the Garden, this is Ewing's last game. He's done.
It's at the Garden.
Yeah, it's at the Garden. I also think that, you want to put a little conspiracy theory together.
Of course I do.
Mike Bray is retiring from Notre Dame. He's 63 years old. He's retiring, says he's never going to coach again. He's done. The Georgetown job is open.
By the way, I'm sorry, Evan, official play right now, plus 3.5, George Mason.
Yeah.
George Mason plus 3.5 right now. That's the number we wanted. That's the number we got. Now we're outside of that. All right.
I think Mike Bray, who's from Washington, D.C., is from that area. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the next Georgetown coach.
Yeah.
Something tells me that.
I mean, listen, does anyone knows about the coaching carousel? And it's you, Howie. Your friends with every single coach in America.
I feel that he might be headed there.
What else you like tonight?
I like Georgia over LSU. this is a new coach. He wants to win and win a couple games just so his recruiting's a little better. LSU's history, they're bad. I like Georgia.
Okay. Let me just put this live bet out. This
Minus
is the tough thing.
134.
Tough thing about doing these shows while we're on air. I gotta take care of the subscribers. Make sure we get it out. George Mason plus 3.5. Let's go. All right. Let me see what else I like here tonight. I like. I kind of have an interest in Washington in this game.
Yeah.
I think they could win this. It's all going to come down to what's that kid's name? The skinny kid with the fucking dreads. The fucking on Washington.
He's a good player, man.
Yeah, the kid who can take over a game but also could score 4 points the next game. Whatever the fuck his name is, I'm drawing a blank. So
he plays good on the road.
Yeah, if he comes out and plays, they'll be good. NC State Virginia Tech line is very interesting to me, Howie. Minus 138 here. What are you thinking on this? Not till 10 o'clock, so I haven't dug into it too far. But what do you think?
I think of all the matchups, it's one of the toughest for NC State because Virginia Tech has a couple athletes. They match up really well together. This could be a 1-2 point game.
I do worry about the line, right? Like I was going to go North Carolina State. I was expecting that line to be like minus 250 on the money line. And when I saw it minus 135, I'm like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
That's got me scared, that's got me a little bit nervous. And late night tonight, these games are all tomorrow. Not really much late. I mean, Arizona State, Oregon State, Oklahoma tonight. Good luck with that one. I mean, Oklahoma, what are you doing with that game?
That particular game I'm not touching. I don't like either team.
You can't go near them if there's no home court advantage for one of them. So I love Utah tonight. Utah's one of my favorite plays on the entire board. I'm probably I have New Mexico in a parlay. I have Pitt in a bunch of parlays, as we said. I'm with Howie on West Virginia. They're minus 178, minus 3.5. I'm probably going to do what we just did with George Mason here on that game and wait.
Yeah.
See if I can get plus money or plus points. Texas Tech up 10-7 or something. And then
George Mason's going to come back.
Yeah, George Mason will come back. Yeah, it's worth doing this, guys, in these tournament games that you think are going to be close. If a game's going to be close down to the wire, you're going to get a 7-point lead for each team along the way at some point, 5-point lead. Pounce on that moment, and then you just got to get over that 3-4 number. If you get over 3, like we just saw in Syracuse, Howie, 3.5, your final possession, you're safe. That's where you want to be. That the final shot, nothing can go wrong, and that's where we are.
Everybody middled that.
Yeah, we have every single person in our company won.
On both sides.
And most people you probably hit the fucking spread and the hedge. Like
that's both.
People hit everything. Bill probably hit 3 bets on it. I think you watched it for 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it there. UNLV I like as a parlay piece. And George Mason, we just mentioned, Colorado State is up 480 now. Never got in that one. That's okay, though. I'm fine not getting in it because I didn't want to lay the juice. They just ran away and got out. All right, Howie Dewey, any final words for the people before I let you go?
Listen, buy the pack at $69. You're crazy if you don't.
Mm-hmm. I agree. $69. A lot of people are asking. Yes, that includes the March Madness. It's not just conference tournaments. It's conference tournaments and March Madness. So you're going to get the whole fucking kit and caboodle, and you're going to get a week free at 4 Deep Bets. And last night alone, Bill, how long were we in the chat for, in the voice chat?
Till almost 3 a.m.
What time do we get in there?
6:30.
Right. So last night, me and Bill and Rackets and all, we were in there from 6:30 p.m. to 3 a.m. sweating the games. We're not going to do that every day. But
I was getting ready to get on stage when you called me.
Yeah, I was like, "Howie, get in here!" And he's like, "I'm
trying to get scores."
Yeah, we're in there till 3 a.m. So $69.99. Get over there right now. 4deepbets.com. No promo code needed. Just purchasing the guide will get you a free week at 4 Deep Bets. If you purchase the guide, the bets are all in the hashtag and on the site. We're not putting the bets in the guide right now, but for March Madness, we will. For right now, you already have the free site. Use the site for the bets. Howie Dewey, love you, brother. Have a good day, my friend.
Let's go.
Later. I got a bet that starts in a few minutes.
Oh, wait, if you got a bet that's like 3, always cut in, Bill. Don't worry about fucking telling me.
Soccer, I don't really love the sides. Maybe I'll hit something live.
You hit that Benfica or whatever that was yesterday, right?
Yeah. Me and Kababble had that. We spoke about the game. I talked to him today about it. He likes Tottenham money line. I think that's what he's going with. I don't love the sides. So if you guys want, You could take them. I think that's what he has. Let's see. Yeah, he has Tottenham money line as one of his bets. But I'm going to go with the PSG game, Bayern game, and I'm going to take the goal scorers. So I'm taking Mbappe plus 150 and and Messi plus 200. Both of them to score. I like that a lot. If you go to DraftKings, they have a special Mbappe or Messi to score plus 100. So you could do that if you don't want to take both. You could take that DraftKings special plus 100 for either of them to score, so you get them both in one bet.
Damn, I just seen this news in our chat room right now.
I was gonna interrupt you with it, and then I kind of
I'm pissed I didn't see it before Howie got off because I wanted to ask him about this. Two big pieces of news right now. The UCLA Bruins, Jalen Clark. This is a big deal, guys. A lot of you may not know who Jalen Clark is. He's a monster. UCLA's Jalen Clark is out for the rest of the season with an Achilles injury, sources told Stadium. Brutal blow to the Bruins. Hope going deep in the tourney, blah, blah. Jalen Clark's been a monster. This is not good for UCLA. It is good for a Washington State future, I'll tell you that. But this is not good for UCLA here. I'm just trying to pull up his stats right. I think he's at like 15 a game lately. Jalen Clark. Yeah, he's at 13 points a game of late, and he's by far their number one defender. So that's a big blow right there for UCLA. Keep your eye on that. He's been playing phenomenal lately, playing like 35 minutes a game. And we have another piece of news here. TCU is going to be without the big boy, Eddie Lampkin, in the middle. That's a monstrous blow. I mean, these aren't like, I know a lot of you may not follow college too closely until this time of year comes. Lampkin, TCU's done. Like, UCLA still could go. TCU's done without Lampkin. Like, they have no chance without Lampkin. So, keep firing that stuff in the chat, guys, when you see it. Obviously, there's 100 teams playing, so it's tough to stay on top of that news. Maybe we'll start a hashtag on the side, college basketball news. That would probably make more sense.
Rackets.
There's no news on Florida State's guys that got sniped yesterday either.
What's up?
Rackets, do you have
All those
anything
Florida State guys that died.
Yeah.
Tennis, yeah, I do. It's at not till 3:30 though, so I wasn't really pushing it. John Isner, minus 108, I think the line is. It's going against Brandon Nakashima. Nakashima is actually up 2-1 in the head-to-head in the career on him. Nakashima's not in good form. Isner really, you guys know I don't like betting on him, but in this scenario, there's really no way he should lose this match to Nakashima. He should even up the head-to-head at 2-2. It's a really good line for him, and these courts are fast, so it should suit Isner's game.
All right,
I don't have any WBC tonight though. The Korean team is minus 700, and then the Netherlands team, which is the team that I like, they're minus 215 against the Panama team from last night. So Panama's going to be tired from last night. Obviously, they just played this morning, and the Korean team's going to destroy Australia. So minus 700, I'm not even going to touch that, but. That Netherlands team, we watched them last night, man. They're decent. They can play, and they got pitchers to close out the games. And in this type of stadium, there's a big outfield. It's not a lot of power on that team, but it's a lot of contact, a lot of extra base hits, Bogarts, Profar, Scope, those kind of guys. The Netherlands are now the favorite for their pool, and I gave them out at plus 250 to the subs. They're now the favorite at minus 110 after the Cuba game last night, and I think that they're going to end up in fourth place in the semifinal of this entire tournament. They're that good.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're saying that Lampkin stepped away to deal with personal matters, will not be traveling the team for the Big 12 tournament. Again, this is a guy that only averages like fucking 6 points a game, but that TCU team wants to play big and hard down low. He plays about 25 minutes a game. He's 270 pounds. Like, if you look at Emmanuel Miller and O'Bannon, I think combined they're 270 pounds. These are like, 6'8", 200-pound players. So I think that's a big deal defensively for that team, Lampkin being missing. Bill Rupp, let's get over to the association.
So I am doing right now. I like the Clippers tonight, 10 o'clock minus 140. It's getting down to the end for the Clippers, do or die. They got to start winning some basketball games. And the thing I like about the Clippers is they always jump out early. So minus 140, we can get them. They go up by 10. We can hedge. We can get a great line on the other side. So I'll take minus 140 as long as everyone's playing. So wait to see if the lineups tonight, see if everybody's in. And then I'm doing a Nuggets first quarter and Celtics first quarter parlay. Comes out to plus 210. Both teams are great in the first quarter, especially the Celtics have been great in the beginning of the games and blowing it at the end. So why not take Celtics first quarter? And the Nuggets are also one of the best first quarter scoring teams in the NBA. So I like that. And you could also, I put that out, that's plus 110. If you want, you can add Korea to that. Like Rackets said, they're going to kill them. Korea makes it plus 140 if you guys want to do that. But I have those two right now. That's my NBA bets for today.
All right. We only got 3 hockey games today. So
And not really in hockey for me.
hit the Yotes yesterday. We caught that on the show here, gave that away for free. Plus 130, I think it was, Ev, on the Coyotes.
Yep.
They smashed. And today, I mean, we got the Red Wings laying 240 to the Blackhawks. We got the Canucks laying 225 to the Ducks, who've been playing better this second half of the season. And then we got the Jets versus the Wild. I have some interest in the Jets. Not enough to really fucking confident. I mean, if you're looking for something later, but with college basketball going on, I'm not really hitting any hockey this week unless it really jumps off the page. Like Arizona, I loved last night. I don't really love anything, Bill. I guess you could parlay Vancouver and the Red Wings, but I'm probably laying off hockey tonight.
Yeah, there's enough stuff to bet on without.
But we got enough going on.
Worse than that.
We do baseball at the end, so that's NHL. So let's get right to it then, Rackets. So we got the World Baseball Classic going on. A little fun viewing party we had last night at 11:30. Like we said, balls weren't carrying. Didn't seem as much because of the players. Seemed that stadium. Do we know if that's going to be consistent in that stadium where the winds blow in like that, or is it like Wrigley where it comes in heavy one way and then heads out heavy the other way?
When that first game started last night, it was blowing out straight to center. By the end of the game, it was just blowing to right and blowing in from left. So I guess historically, I guess it blows out to right typically, but those balls were just getting
it was
knocked down.
Bitch slapping baseballs.
Yeah, like
it was worse
I said
than
earlier.
It was worse than when the wind blows in at Wrigley.
Yeah, like
it was like just taking
earlier.
balls and just fucking smacking them back into the field.
Ballantine, the shot that he hit, the outfielder went back to the wall. And
they were laughing.
Came in.
Yeah, and then he ended up coming back in 10 feet.
He turned back to track it and had to come all the way back in.
Yeah,
they were laughing.
The ball off the bat looked like he fucking killed it too.
Even that Luis Robert one, which didn't even hit the wall. Remember the crack on the bat? I was like, oh, he got that. And then it landed on the warning track.
Profar was like, what the?
Yeah, that was pretty nuts. But what do we got tonight, Rackets?
It's Korea and Australia. And like I said earlier, I don't have a play on this just because Korea is going to murder Australia, and I don't have a total on FanDuel. They just don't give totals for this stuff. Australia's team is not very good.
What do we have on DraftKings there, Bill? You got anything fun from a total perspective on DraftKings?
Is there a total on DraftKings? Let me see.
Yeah, there was yesterday, so we bet the team total yesterday on that over. It's actually minus 660 now on there. So let me see.
The total.
So we got South Korea minus 1.5, minus 255. Totals 8, and minus 660.
South Korea's team totals 5.5.
They're going to kill Australia. This is the worst. If you looked at the Australia roster, you would know like one name on it. It's awful. They're terrible.
It's a shit show.
Yeah,
well,
so they're going to get killed.
Do we know the pitcher?
I mean,
dude, you can get dude, you're looking at on DraftKings, South Korea to win by 4+ runs is minus 105.
Yeah,
they're going to murder them.
Yeah,
I mean that 5.5. I'd rather it be 4.5. I don't know.
Do you have alts?
No, they don't have all team total.
Fuck FanDuel, bro. Fuck
they don't
FanDuel.
There's no props. There's no nothing. You can't bet
dude.
shit on this stuff.
These
it's
fucking
terrible.
pussies. Dude, and the funniest thing is this shit's being played at 11 p.m. No one's seriously loading into these games, right? 98% of the money that FanDuel's getting is people who are like, it's 11 p.m. and I want to bet on something, right? Why would you limit it? You should be offering everything in the world to people right now on this, because half the people at Rackets been researching it for a couple weeks. Everyone else betting on this has no fucking idea. They're just throwing darts at a wall. Yep. But then they'll open the props, Rackets, and it'll be like Robert to hit a home run and Cuba to win. But I can't bet 8.5?
And you can't bet live props. You can't do anything. Like,
I mean, when we saw the
they
wind
should just
in
have
the-
the same stuff they have for regular baseball.
But then they'll put insane props up.
Yep.
Like, it's so fucking annoying. Because we wanted to hit that I wanted to hit that under 8.5 heavy after the first inning when we saw the wind coming in, and it wasn't available there. All right, so any other props on this that you're looking at?
I'm looking at the team total, maybe over 5.5, but I'm going to wait and see what happens.
You can get 3.5 first 5 plus 120 for South Korea.
I'm going to wait.
No.
Yeah, it's just it's.
I mean,
it's
they look
hard.
like a monster parlay piece, though.
I mean, I got to see the team. I don't really know.
I'm taking South Korea minus 1.5, and some parlays later. I'll send out to the subs. If we're saying, like, I haven't researched this, but I trust Rackets research. Right, if you're saying that much better, they're going to be by 2 runs.
They're gonna murder Australia. Australia's
Yeah,
real
so,
bad.
I mean,
But
1.5
Australia, of
minus-
the 20 teams in the entire tournament, Australia's probably like the 17th best team.
All right, so yeah, I'll find something later to parlay with this. Maybe like a fucking, just kind of looking.
And in the other game,
Mexico,
we had Chinese Taipei last night, and a lot of people had Chinese Taipei last night. I got them at minus 145 at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Well, I moved like
And-
250 or something, right? 220.
Yeah,
I
it
think.
closed at fucking in the first inning. It was minus 390. I mean, they should have fucking won. They had multiple chances. Panama before last night in the 5th inning or in the 4th inning, Panama hadn't scored in the WBC since I was in college, Tommy, 2006, and they scored 5 runs in the 4th inning last night. And they ended up winning. What was it 12-8 or 12-5 or something like that?
So they're playing again today.
They're playing again today, and they're without 2 of their pitchers, I believe, because of rest restrictions from last night. At least 2 of them. I only saw 2
So
of them.
we're going
pitch more
right
than
back
30.
to the Nederlanders.
I like the Netherlands again. They're minus 200. Because we already have the future on the Netherlands. I don't know if I'm going to send out a play on them minus 200 just because we just need them to win the pool for the 250. So, but I do like them as a parlay piece. I think they win the game, and Panama just played this morning. I think the Netherlands are a good play again tonight.
Did they have a lineup on Japan tomorrow or no? No, it just looks like they have a total 11.
No, Ohtani will be closing for them, though. He's not going to be starting. He's going to be their closer and their hitter, and they have a different Ohtani on their team.
Okay. I mean, listen, we could parlay the Netherlands with South Korea money line. Netherlands money line, South Korea money line minus 139. Or you could parlay the Netherlands money line, South Korea minus 1.5 for plus 108. So if you like the Netherlands, let's use South Korea to get that line down. That's what I'm going to do later today. So, all right. Anything else here, Rackets?
Nope. I give you the John Isner play. Indian Wells is kicking off. I might actually have something live here. Let me look.
Yeah, Steve, no, there's no promo codes anymore. We took the promo codes away. Instead of getting $20 off or whatever it is, you're getting the $70 guide. So the draft guide is the promo. So no more VIP 20.
Promo code RUP45.
Rupp 45.
No, nothing live. She's minus 300. Never mind.
All right. All right. Anything else here, Evan? Before we get out of DOGG?
Don't sign up.
Don't sign up. Actually, now we want them to sign up. Yeah, sign up.
Do sign up.
But don't sign up.
And buy the guide.
Definitely
Bible.
not the guide. I do not buy the Bible. Bill is very mad about the Bible.
Not a Bible.
He was very mad. Very, very offended for other people. Aren't you, Bill?
I am.
I mean, I can't be basketball Jesus without having the bracket
I thought
Bible.
he was going to talk to the View about it. He's going to tweet at him.
No. Bill was trying to rally the Christians against me. And he
still-
started trying to rally the Jews in the chat against me. He got Truth trying to come after me.
I did take the Jewish elevator the other day at the hospital. So
How'd that work out?
thing of beauty.
Did they look at you like you were fucking crazy?
Goes up and down, nice and smooth.
Did you walk on with like a bagel and locks so they didn't question you?
No, I had my pink drink from Starbucks. Pink drink. I'm a big pink drink guy now.
Yeah, you've had the pink drink many days in a row now.
Pink drink guy.
No,
Pink drink.
Rackets, he's talked about the pink drink pretty much every time I've talked to him on the phone.
So what is the pink drink?
You nailed that one, Starbucks.
What is in it?
I don't know. I don't fucking ask questions. I just drink it.
You
asked
just
for the
got it
pink
because it was pink?
Some type of pink stuff, milk and fucking ice and strawberries and a whole bunch of goodness.
Evan, are we doing a giveaway?
No, we're not.
Why? You mad at him?
I figured we'll save it till Friday.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Listen, just know I was going to give you something for free, and Evan didn't.
We'll save it till
Yeah,
Friday.
and-
We'll do two,
as-
maybe
All right,
three.
we'll do 2 on Friday. Make it
Maybe
come on.
3.
As Midge said in the chat, you're charging for the Bible. I mean, that's another thing.
Of course, yeah. Go buy a Bible for free.
They give them out at.
Where?
You got to stay at a hotel and you can get one.
Where? You know, fucking
Yeah,
steal them
yeah.
from a fucking Marriott. What are you talking about?
Nah, you just go to the fucking. Listen, you go to
Hold
church.
on, hold on. Let me go to Amazon.
You go to church and they're in the pew.
I just fucking hand out Bibles to everybody.
Take one out of the pew. and
Fucking
go-
$70 for a King James Bible.
Yeah, that's King James.
Or the Rembrandt family Bibles, leather bound, and it's $2.95. Dude, Bibles are more than the fucking my Bible. My Bible may be the cheapest Bible on the internet. Do you see how much a Bible is? Holy shit balls.
All right, let's go. I got shit to do.
Okay, just final words, bro.
Let's
Wow,
go.
Bibles are expensive. I gotta raise the price of this thing.
All right.
What'd you say?
I said my final words were, "Let's go. I've got shit to do."
Like we care. This is where I keep you here. All right, Rackets, final words.
Let's go. Bill's got shit to do.
Evan Hand.
Let's go. Bill's got shit to do.
Guys, I was going to entertain you for a few more minutes, give you a raffle, give you a giveaway. Evan doesn't want to do that, and Bill doesn't want to entertain anymore, so I guess it's just me, man of the people, Tommy G. For Evan Hand, Joey Rackets, Joey, you're kind of in there too. You're not really man of the people, but you didn't fuck it up like Evan and Bill. So for Bill Rupp,
I'll take it.
Joey Rackets, Evan Hand, Howie Dewey.
I'm gonna leave.
I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashing, motherfuckers.
Let's go.